good Monday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Studios with your weather update here on your August the 17th, 2026. Well, it looks like we're going to be kicking into severe weather mode here for tonight, and we're going to be streaming on our YouTube channel as well as on our Facebook channel for tonight as we're looking at a lot of showers and thunderstorms moving in for tonight. So you want to make sure you're alerted whenever we start that kind of coverage. So make sure, if you're new here to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and very importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell to be alerted on all our weather updates. All right, let's get rolling into this update, shall we? As we're looking at a hot and steamy day, we're definitely going to have plenty of fuel for these storms moving through tonight. This is a weak cold front that's going to be coming on through the area. We kind of brought this up at the end of last week on Friday that this was something that could potentially be a problem, and looks like that's going to come to fruition for tonight. Looking here in Braselton, Georgia, pretty hot and steamy day here, that's for sure. We're currently at 95 degrees. My feel-like temperature currently sitting at 106. So it is very hot and very steamy out there. Plenty of fuel for thunderstorms, to say the least. Now, we are getting a little bit of activity out there currently, starting to bubble up here across northwest Georgia. That's really not the main show. The main show is going to be a squall line that's going to be kind of developing across East Tennessee and dropping into North Georgia as we go into for this evening. All right, now as we take a look at the regional radar right now, you can see where the current watch box is currently up here. It goes until 10 o'clock for these northern counties up in here as we're kind of waiting for this stuff to kind of get going here across East Tennessee and dropping our way. And we'll see those brighter cloud tops really start to kick in here over the next several hours here as this stuff kind of gets going and then again drops down into North Georgia here as we go into this evening. Well, definitely got plenty of heat. That's not a question. We got plenty of hot temperatures out there. 96 already into Atlanta. And those feel-like temperatures, the real juiciness of the atmosphere is what's going to be fueling these storms. Because when you look at the feel-like temperatures, look at that, 105, 106, just very much a stifling hot conditions out there. And these storms are going to really thrive off these as they continue to develop and moving across the area here for tonight. So, again, there's that watch area covering there across northwest Georgia going down over toward Clayton. Doesn't quite make it down into the metro Atlanta area. That's not to say that if the storms are strong enough, they could add counties. They can do that. But right now, that's where the current watch is, and it goes until 10 o'clock here for tonight. So looking at that severe weather outlook, again, the big threat we're going to see here for tonight is going to be some strong gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour. And you don't see a level 2 risk, a slight risk, include winds that turn red like that. So 30% there across the northwest sections, Dalton into Lafayette, Somerville, Blue Ridge is in this. So again, the good probability of seeing some strong gusty winds through the area. So what I recommend you do here tonight is this afternoon and tonight, make sure you secure any outdoor property, trash cans, umbrellas, lawn furniture, things like that. Make sure it is secured and out of the way so it does not become a projectile and end up somebody's yard or damaging somebody's house. So please be careful with that. So again, we're going to have some very heavy rains with this, maybe 1 to 2 inches in some little pockets here and there. But overall, the heaviest rain should be up toward the north, especially across the East Tennessee side here. Going in here for tonight. So let's look at the model data here. This is the latest high-resolution rapid refresh model here that I'm looking at, and it's been very consistent with this. So I'm going with this model because this was advertising this the end of last week. So and it's been pretty consistent all weekend. So here we go going in for tonight. It shows us coming in here around 9 o'clock or so. This model is a little slower than what the Storm Prediction Center has out right now. So this could come in a little faster, but we'll be watching it closely as this comes in across North Georgia by 10 o'clock, are impacting a lot of North Georgia. But notice it's weakening as it sinks to the south. So some strong gusty winds along that boundary as it moves down to the south, some gusty winds. Obviously, probably a ton of lightning with this. I'm assuming that because typically when you have this kind of heat, you're going to get a lot of lightning with this, a lot of energy in the atmosphere. And this is going to roll to the south and weaken as it moves down to the south. So so that is our time frame right now. Again, this could be coming a little bit faster than what's being shown here. And we're going to start our live severe weather coverage at 6 o'clock. That's the timing I'm going right now. If it warrants it, we'll come in a little bit earlier. But right now, 6 o'clock on YouTube, and we'll be simultaneously on the Facebook channel here as well. But once this goes on through, we should be done. And the rainfall, again, totals here, again, will be locally heavy in some of these spots. You kind of see they're favoring Blue Ridge there at 3 inches plus, LJ at 2 inches. So an area that's been hit a lot this summer with some very heavy rains. It looks like it's targeting the same areas again. But you see most of the heavy rain is up into East Tennessee. And that's because as the line gets ready to move into Georgia, it will be accelerating and moving southward. So as it accelerates, obviously not going to get as much heavy rain there. All right, so weather map shows we are going to get a break tomorrow. The humidity will come down a bit across North Georgia. The heat advisories may not be around as big an area for tomorrow because the feel-like temperature and the air temperature will be pretty close together. Still warm outside, but not quite as bad. So we get a temporary break, but we may see the heat advisories back in here, I'd say by at least Thursday, the way things are currently tracking. So the forecast going for tomorrow, once we get through the storms here for tonight, we're looking at a 94.75 there in Gainesville. But again, that the humidity and the level of moisture in the air should come down, so it shouldn't feel quite as bad. Again, look at your temperatures here in the morning, pretty warm in the 70s here. And then as we go into the afternoon, into say about 4 o'clock, you see it here kind of in the 90s once again here across the area. But look when I show you the feel-like temperatures. Not really changing all that much. So again, I don't anticipate heat advisories for tomorrow. We get a little bit of a break before it comes back at us here a little bit later in the week. So looking at your regional temperatures, again, still stifling height over toward Augusta, lighting up 102 over there, 99 down in Macon. So as you can see, the heat is kind of kept down a little bit because of this front, a little bit cooler up across Tennessee, just a few degrees thanks to our little weak cold front. Next 7 days, here we go, as we're going to creep back up. I think the heat advisories come back at least by Thursday for sure, as overnight lows creep back up. Got a chance scattered rain threat there for Friday and Saturday. And then we'll back it off a little bit going into next week. However, it's still above normal. Normal highs, like for Gainesville, is supposed to be like, 87 degrees, and we're definitely above that going into next week. All right, now with the severe weather risk around here for tonight, I can give you a free weather gift to make sure you're prepared. We have you can go to the Apple Store or you can go to Google Play for you Android users there and put in North Georgia Majestic Weather and download this weather app. I tell you, the feedback from you guys has been tremendous. Y'all love this app. It's great. It alerts you when there's rain approaching your area, lightning, severe weather alerts, hour-by-hour forecast. It's got a nice futurecast on the radar, as well as a power outage map, which we definitely may want to look at for tonight. Again, this is brought to you by our weather app sponsor, Roof It Forward out of Woodstock, Georgia. They do some of the best quality roofs in North Georgia, and they give a portion back to local children's charities. So it's definitely a win-win. Check those guys out if you do need your roof repaired, or if these storms cause you any roof damage. Give these guys a call. They'll definitely take care of you. Tell them that I sent you. All right? Anyway, that's what we're doing here for tonight. Got your posting here to get folks up to date on what's going on. We will do severe weather coverage at 6 o'clock tonight, and we'll be tracking these storms as we go along here for this evening, and hopefully they don't cause us too much in the way of problem. But we definitely got plenty of fuel for these storms because it's plenty hot outside, to say the least. Again, if you're new here to the channel, make sure you get that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted not only on our weather postings, but obviously for those severe weather events like these, so that you're alerted. We do focus here on North Georgia. We're not one of those big YouTube channels that covers all over the place. Nope, this is our home, and we focus on North Georgia. All right, you guys take it easy. Be good, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all a little bit later today on the live broadcast. You guys take it easy, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.